Hi, this is Maginoni, and a group of friends and I went to Jack and Jill's Haunted Hill last night. Now, they're at a brand new location at 4907 West Bell Road in Glendale, Arizona. And it's only $12 to get in, so it's really one of the most affordable haunted houses to go to. Now, it's also right next to the 13th floor in Chamber of Fear, so there's really no excuse not to go to this place if you're already going to either one of those two locations. Now, this is also going to give you an entirely different experience. Most haunted houses, what they're doing is they're looking for a gotcha scare. Somebody hiding behind a corner, a drop panel, or, like they make you walk past exhibit type rooms where you see something going on to the side. They use animatronics, things like that. Jack and Jill's is completely different. It's 100% actors. It's an entirely different environment, and it really immerses you. Now, right from the beginning part, that part stays the same, but everything else is different inside there. While some rooms might be similar, your experience through that room is going to be entirely different. Right at the beginning, what happens is you watch a video, like a news report of what happened. Like Jack and Jill went missing, a mine shaft, around this mine shaft, and policemen were also disappeared as they were looking for Jack and Jill, and then it was closed off and then another mine shaft was found. Well, you found that new mine shaft, and when you go in, it's completely dark. Now, the thing is, like most haunted houses, they let you in, and I'm just like, I'm not that scared, going to these places, so I just walk right in. No big deal. Jack and Jill's is different. When the door creaks open, I just kind of look at it, and I'm like, oh, I guess I have to go in. And I slowly go in compared to a lot of the other ones. Now, most other haunted houses, they just rely on dark to scare you. Like, when you're going down corridors that are completely dark, they think that that's enough to scare. It's not. Jack and Jill's proves that in the sense that when you're walking down these dark corridors with just lanterns guiding the way, there's noises, there's scraping sounds. There's somebody right behind you, just waiting. And it's an entirely different experience. My only suggestion would be just to put a little bit more light around the beginning part of the maze, because sometimes it is a little bit difficult to navigate, and some of the rooms need just a little bit more light because you want to see more about what's going on inside there, and a little bit more light might help. Now, I don't really want to reveal too much about what happens inside this haunt, because it would ruin all of the surprise. But this is what I can tell you. If you were there last year, the fate of Jack and Jill are different. And this is another thing I can actually tell you is this. It gives you a different experience when you're going through some of the rooms, in that in most haunted houses, there's maybe one person there to scare you in a room. If you're lucky, there might be two. In Jack and Jill's, there's right in the very first room you encounter, there are people just coming out of the woodwork, and you are literally surrounded. And it's an entirely different experience when you see really big, scary-looking people standing in front of you, and it becomes very intimidating. And it's really, intense. You're just like, okay, I gotta keep going, and you're in my way, so if you can please move, and they don't move. So, it's like that kind of a situation. And, I know some people might have been complaining or concerned about the amount of blood that was in the last haunted house for last year. There really isn't as much. There is a little bit, but it's not like a certain scene where it was very, very intense. But they amped it up in other areas. And there were a couple of rooms, I can just say, right up front. I stood there and I just wanted to bask in everything that was going on, because there's so much. There are some rooms that what you really want to do is go through it slowly and look around. You have to look behind you, even if you're in the front, because stuff is going on behind you. And you're really going to miss it out on a lot of cool things if you're just tunnel visioned. See, in another thing that really works for me in this whole experience is the victims. See, when I see like a butcher with a rubber dead body on a table, that does nothing to me. There's no emotional impact. You just walk by it and you go, hey, that's alright, that looks fake, but the makeup, maybe it's good. This is different. This is a very physical environment. You have an actor who's playing a serial killer and a victim who's on the table. She's screaming for her life. She's begging you to save her, and you have to walk around her and leave her. And it's like you just want to grab her arm and pull her to safety type of an experience. And this is what really works for Jack and Jill's. It affects you on multiple levels. You have a certain degree of fear. There's intenseness. You just want to save the people. And there's one room I don't even want to go too much into, but I will say it's just insanity when you see it. It's just things are going on everywhere. And you just want to free people. Highly recommend Jack and Jill's. The only downside I would say is it's rather on the short side. I think it's about maybe 15-20 minutes long depending upon how fast you go. But it's still totally worth it. Highly recommend it. Even if you were there last year and you didn't like the gore, it's slightly different this year. And I'm telling you, if you're going to the 13th floor, just drive down Bell Road. It's like about 3 to 5 miles away, and just go, because it will definitely, you'll walk out of this and go, why don't other haunted houses do something similar? Because they do a lot of things that just work, and you'll walk out of it most likely going, okay, I might not have been scared, but you're gonna go, that was pretty freaky. And that's where this haunted house really shines, because they're going beyond just a cheap scare. Anyways, if you have any comments or questions, let me know. Rate the video, and I'll have more reviews for haunted houses later. We still have actually several more in the valley that we're planning on going to, so watch for those coming up, and until next time.